Hi, and welcome back to Daily Bible Promises with a Twist. And today we're reading from the New International Version first, Isaiah 65, verse 24. Before they call, I will answer. While they are still speaking, I will hear. And has been our custom, we usually use another translation to get a picture of what was going on and to keep the verse in context. So today we're using the New Living Translation, Isaiah 65, verse 24. I will answer them before they even call to me. While they are still talking about their needs, I will go ahead and answer their prayers. And verse 23 tells us who they are. They will not work in vain, and their children will not be doomed to misfortune, for they are people blessed by the Lord, and their children too will be blessed. So who are they that God answers? Those that are blessed by God. When I read verse 24, I was reminded of the different stages of communication and the growth of relationship that takes place between parents and their children. When a baby is born, their parents are checking on that kid every few minutes to make sure that they're sleeping, to make sure that they're not wet, to make sure that they're not hungry. They don't wait for that child to express their needs all the time. They're on the ball, they're checking in, and they're just making sure that baby is as happy as that baby can possibly be. However, as that child grows and learns to talk, the parents expect that child to make known to them what their needs might be. Maybe they cry as they move into toddlerhood, they begin to speak. Mama, I'm thirsty. Mama, my diaper needs being changed. That's when you begin potty training, just as an aside. Mama, I'm cold. Mama, I need a hug. All these things are ways that the child speaks their need, and the parent responds to that need now because the child expresses it. So let's read verse 24 again, and you'll kind of get where I'm going, I think. I will answer them before they even call to me. Infancy. While they are still talking about their needs, I will go ahead and answer their prayers. That shows growth. There is an indicator of growth in our relationship with God as we learn to trust Him that is very similar to the child-parent relationship. When we are first saved, God often provides our needs before we realize we have a need that needs to be met. People feed us, they disciple us, they pull out Bible verses for us, they point out things that we don't need to look up for ourselves. But as we mature in our faith, it is important that we learn how to make our needs known to God, who is our provider. Do we need comfort? How do we express to God that we need that comfort? Do we need provision? How do we express to God that we need provision? Or do we just sit there hoping that somehow all that provision just lands in our lap without us having to make our needs known? God is such a loving parent that as soon as we even start to make our needs known to Him, He's already there, and He's beginning to answer our prayers even before we get them completely out of our mouth. And if you are feeling your needs are not being met and they're not being heard, maybe consider that you're not presenting those needs to God, and He's just waiting for you to mention those needs, because it's all about relationship with God. He wants us to get to know His heart, and the only way we can do that is by spending time with Him.